Hello everybody, I know it's been a while. I've been on a bit of a red pill binge lately. I've been watching this cute little twink boy named Sneako. And you know what? He's really been waking me up, saying some stuff that seriously resonates with me.
I just want to bully this guy. Like, bring bullying back. Bullying is necessary.
I couldn't agree more. Sneako is a thought leader who lives by trying to seek the truth, even though he can't explain what that truth is.
My motto for the stream is seek truth through funny. I want to be able to tell the truth.
You don't talk about the issues that you don't question the powers that be, and you don't talk about the uncomfortable truths that are really happening. I've always said this on my stream. If they hide it, then it's the truth. If they have to delete it, then it's the truth.
He's made a career off of suckling off the success of Andrew Tate.
I want to be the top G one day. I want to be there.
Tate is currently under investigation for human trafficking and has admitted to holding women's passports hostage. And Sneako's just like, it's normal. They should just ask for it back.
Hold on, did Tate, wait, I think did Tate actually say he took their passports? Yes, he did say that. Okay, so that's how they can't leave then. He actually takes the passports. And he probably lies and he says it's for tax reasons. I think you're glazing right now, bro.
They could have asked for it back. They kicked out many women. Destiny, do you not hear about the podcast? You have selective hearing. You don't hear about how many times these women were acting up and they kicked him out because they didn't know how to obey?
Based.
What you just said sounds like sex trafficking, my dude. I don't know how you don't understand that.
That's what you deep down need to do, is be a submissive wife who bleeds once a month and cries at movies. Fat lying piece of shit. I would beat the f out of you, your dumb mouth that I want to. It's something. Comedy is funny. Crack some jokes and stuff like that.
This is gonna be a fun video. You see, Sneako isn't very good at building arguments, so let me point you to people who are good at building things. Like PCs. Meta PCs. Is your PC crusty and disgusting like mine? Does it blue screen every time you try and run Premiere? We don't have to live like this any longer. Meta PCs is the gold standard of pre-built gaming computers, putting together some of the cleanest builds out there. My favorite part about Meta is how you can tailor the build to your liking, picking out the exact graphics card and CPU you want without having to spend time searching for a good deal online. And the customization is fire. This is my rig, and hot damn is it sexy. And Meta is a veteran-owned and operated business right here in the United States, and the quality reflects that. The computer is clean, organized, and ready to go right out of the box. All I had to do was plug in the graphics card, which Meta had a step-by-step YouTube video on, and even a manual to help me out. Look, if you're gonna be spending PC money, make sure it's done by professionals who will do it right. Use code Willie with the link in the description to get a special discount on your Meta PC. Thank you, Meta PCs, for sponsoring this video. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, our favorite soy boy Sneako.
Who is this cute little lesbian, and how tight is her pussy?
Sneako's content and message largely revolves around destroying women. He loves watching these street interviews. It's what he bases his entire worldview off of.
Why are the women who say they won't settle okay with settling for living and dying alone with a dozen cats?
They're egotistical and they don't want to ever admit that they need a man or that maybe they failed in the dating game.
He'll occasionally do street interviews himself to try and prove that women can't think logically.
Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
Oh shit. This is gonna sound so like privileged white girl of me, but I'm not that into politics, so I don't have much say on that. Neither, middle, I don't know.
Okay. Both you say neither, so should women vote?
Yeah. Yes, 100%.
He thinks that's an own. He thinks that since these girls don't personally vote, then no woman should vote.
They are so goddamn delusional, and we still put up with it. They'll never learn. They won't. They don't have to.
Sneako will take random moments of some girl getting stopped in the street and ask a basic ass question like, hey, is everyone special? And she'll say yes. Sneako will then freak out.
Special.
Everybody's special. You're special, you're all.
Oh my God! Every single time.
Believe in yourself. Believe that you can do anything you want to do.
You can't just make up a reality in her head. She can because she's a woman. Men can't just make it up. I'm a king. No, we should. You. Give me the castle, pussy. That's what happens. Modern female delusion every single time with the illusion.
Who is this guy kidding? If anyone was stopped randomly and asked these sort of contradicting questions, they would get caught up in it. Ask Sneako himself.
I would argue that our society is the least.
It is. Women have the most rights ever right now, and they still act like they're oppressed. They have more rights today than they've ever had.
But so do black people. So do you think black people shouldn't try to fight for more?
Oh, that was a good question.
But racism is not natural. Patriarchy is natural. That's biology. Racism is based in just hatred.
Yeah, Sneeko, the film school dropout is gonna tell us how biology is related to human rights.
Yo, is this person retarded?
Yes.
Sneeko is someone who will often project while reacting to videos. He's usually just describing himself.
Damn, she's dumb. This is when a girl only knows how to disagree. She got triggered by a question, and I know women, all she's gonna do is look to disagree now. As soon as you trigger them, they stop making sense. They just need to fight you.
This is Sneeko. He argues points that make zero sense just because he's too proud to admit he's wrong in a debate. I've seen this guy argue that seatbelts make vehicles more unsafe.
Seatbelts do too. Do you wear a seatbelt when you drive, or do you not give a fuck with it?
I have this thing where you could put a seatbelt like thing you could buy on Amazon. This is like advice for the chat. You can get like a seatbelt thing on Amazon that clicks in and then it gets rid of the beeping sound.
Okay, so you don't wear seatbelts either. Do you think seatbelts make you safer when you drive?
There's some circumstances where a seatbelt actually restricts you and traps you inside the car. You can see accidents.
There are some circumstances where somebody could
collision.
Yeah.
You get mad interrupting and now you're
there are circumstances where.
Hold on. Desi, let him finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can get into a collision, and if you have a seatbelt on, then you can get trapped in the car, and the car can catch on fire. But sometimes, if you're not wearing a seatbelt, there's instances where people have like literally like flown out the windshield because they weren't wearing a seatbelt and they survived. But a seatbelt could trap you in there.
What do you think is more common? Do you understand statistics or probability?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's more common.
He knows he's wrong. He just won't man up and admit it. He's so stupid, he thinks Hitler isn't a Nazi. Hitler!
You think that like Hitler, or not Hitler, Kanye was joking when he said that he liked Hitler though?
No, he's being truthful. But he was saying something provocative on purpose. The overall idea, see, people say like, oh look, he's a Nazi. No, he's not, he's black. Yeah, he's not a Nazi. That's the point.
Okay. Yeah, but you said he can't be a Nazi because he's black.
Okay, but he's not a Nazi.
Okay, but not because he's
because he's black.
Just for other reasons.
Well, you also can't be a true Nazi. You have to be blonde hair, blue eyed. Even Hitler wasn't a true Nazi.
Or like a neo-Nazi, I suppose. Yeah.
I feel like if that's how you're defining Nazi becomes a useless statement. Because if we can't even call the leader of the Nazi movement a Nazi, then
by his own definition, he wasn't part of the master race, so.
Yeah, and then nobody's a Nazi, so it doesn't seem like that's a good definition of Nazi.
Owned by a woman? Cringe? Sneeko is so stupid, he doesn't even know the difference between an Aryan and a Nazi. Sneeko is so stubborn, he won't even admit the leader of the Nazi party was a Nazi.
As soon as you trigger them, they stop making sense.
No, definitely not. Not better than men, but we are better than men.
Imagine if I said that shit. If I said, no, men are better than women. And you go, why? Just because, no, it's my personal opinion. I'm just better than you. Like, as a gender, I'm just better.
He does do that all the time. Literally in the same video, he does that.
If I said that, I would have a million reasons as to why men are better than women. Like, more physically capable, smarter, faster, more capable of leading.
You gotta feel bad for this chick. You can just see the smile falling from her face.
Just, like, built better. We don't have extra body fat. We don't get pregnant for 9 months and get all emotional once a month. There's just, I can come in with reasons.
And she never came out and stream again. I wonder why he's single.
She doesn't know how to submit. Feminism has brainwashed these girls into thinking that they need to be all woke and shit like that. What you really want is a good man to fuck. Yeah, come here, shut the fuck up with your feminism. Shut up, Chad. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. That's what you need. You need that. The women are already pretty much run by the state. Women are easier to manipulate. Men are more capable of independent thought. It is what it is. I know that might sound misogynistic. Men are the philosophers. Men are the thought leaders. Stop believing in this feminist garbage. We're not equal. You're weaker than me. You're hormonal. You're supposed to have children, and you don't want to.
What is happening? He sounds like some Al-Qaeda politician. Women, no driving, no working, only meant for bleeding.
That's what you deep down need to do, is be a submissive wife who bleeds once a month and cries at movies. You are more emotional. You know why? Because women are weaker. Chad, me and you, we get in the cage. Who's winning in a fight? I'm just saying.
Yes, Sneeko, you can beat up a woman. Really manly of you, dude. I present to you the Ray Rice Award. What's wild is this lady never said that women can beat up men. All she said was that men can get emotional too, which is true. Sneeko once cried on stream because Brandon Buckingham called him a cuck and challenged him to a boxing match.
What would you think if that happened to you, chat? What would you think if that happened to you?
The dude was so sad he had to open a window.
Oh my God, man.
He was holding back tears on stream.
The same people, it's like, the most hate comes from like...
Wow, not so tough when having to deal with a guy that would beat the fuck out of him. But woman, yes, he'll fight a woman.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I feel like Sneako hates women because he's very close to identifying as one. I'm gonna read this tweet from Jeremy and I want to see if this correlates to Sneako at all. Loads of right-wing commentators are either closeted gays or tranny chasers. Look, I accept and support them, but many of these people you think are based and red-pilled love trans cock. Or well, cock in general. Deal with it. I mean, what other straight guy has so many half-naked photos of himself? He was jerking off in front of a male photographer, laying next to another man's ass. As a kid, he wore his sister's dress. Did I mention he was touching his peener in front of a male photographer? This was uncensored. I had to censor this. He was half chub for sure. He has stories of these old guys eating out his girl while his peener is still in her, meaning other men have licked his wiener.
And so while I'm like hitting it from the back, he lays down on the floor and starts licking her. But think about like the logistics of that.
Dick is that close to that?
Exactly. Think about the logistics. Like his head is like under, it's like 6 inches. Like his eyebrows are like tickling the bottom. And I have to like move, like go like that so I don't make contact because his eyebrows are like tickling.
You only got to look at this guy for a minute to realize he's crying out for help. You see, once on stream, he admitted he caught a friend using the app Grindr.
I realized halfway through the ride, I'm like, oh shit, he left his phone. I pick up his phone from the passenger seat. I look up, 2 notifications from Grindr, chat. He had 2 notifications from Grindr. I'm not gonna bring it up. That's the option that I'm clicking. Just ignore it and keep pretending that he's straight. I want to keep living in the lie. Why is that not an option? Keep living in the lie.
This is sad. Sneako, you would be accepted. Jeremy accepts you.
Who is this cute little lesbian and how tight is her pussy?
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school.
As we've already seen, Sneako isn't the brightest. He completely ignores all facts, logic, and common sense when it comes to things that challenge his core values, and Andrew Tate is definitely one of them. He's said multiple times that he wants to be the next Andrew Tate.
I'm trying to be that. I want to be the top G one day.
When the Tates got banned off YouTube, Tristan passed the torch to Sneako, and he completely creamed himself.
I'm gonna continue living the life. So, Sneako, young man, if I disappear, I'm passing the torch to you. Keep spreading the message while it's still relevant to talk.
Tristan Tate said he passed me the torch. It's not gonna be easy, but they won't die out because truth will always prevail.
Wow, inspiring. This would skyrocket Sneako's career. In a lot of ways, he was Tate's successor. His growth became tied to Tate's success. So that means that Sneako has to side with Andrew Tate on every point, all the time. For instance, Andrew Tate gets investigated for sex trafficking. It's an ongoing case, so I can't blame people for picking sides and coming to their own conclusion. However, I think when it comes out that Andrew Tate is holding women's passports so they can't leave, we could all be a little critical of that. Surely.
Hold on, did Tate, wait, I think did Tate actually say he took their passports? Yes, he did say that. Okay, so that's how they can't leave then. He actually takes the passports. And he probably lies and he says it's for tax reasons. I think you're glazing right now, bro.
They could have asked for it back. They kicked out many women. Destiny, do you not hear about the podcast? You have selective hearing. You don't hear about how many times these women were acting up and they kicked him out because they didn't know how to obey?
He's such a simp for Andrew Tate. He cheers Candace Owens on when she says he's probably not a rapist.
Ran in an article last night.
Come on, Candace.
Was a transcript of a woman basically saying that she didn't want to get a tattoo. Allegedly, all of the girls that Andrew Tate is with, they have a tattoo of his name on their body. And she says, no, I want to like keep my body pure. And he's like, well, I'm paraphrasing here. If you're going to be with me, your body belongs to me, and you need to get this tattoo. I do not find that to be evidence that he is a rapist.
Wanda Owens in the chat.
Really? This is what he's clapping for? The bar is set that low, huh? Tate is forcing at best his employees and at worst trafficked women to get his name tattooed on them, and we're just ignoring that. But it's not evidence that he raped anyone. Woo! Classic Tate W. Andrew Waite in the chat. Candace Owens would then explain how her friend talked to Tate at a dinner party years ago.
She spent a lot of the time that we were there talking to him, right? They were having a conversation. He spoke to her. And at the end of this dinner, as I am not paying attention because I've got butterflies in my stomach and I'm falling in love with my husband, she comes over to me afterwards and she says, this guy, Andrew Tate, I think he's a pimp in Romania. I said, what? And she's like, no, I think he's like actually a pimp in Romania. And I'm sitting here going, I don't even know what they're talking about.
Do you notice the difference in how men are treated now? You know, Pimps back in the 70s used to be extremely respected men. Pimps used to be looked at and revered because they were an example of people who were self-governing, who controlled a lot, they were powerful.
Like, how is this his takeaway? Do some critical thinking for 1 second. I wonder why Andrew Tate has been lying, going on all these podcasts saying he isn't doing this webcam shit anymore.
About the webcam business.
I'm not even in that. I haven't been in that business for like 6 years.
When he still is. It wasn't until he was arrested people realized he was still doing this shit, lying the whole time. Sneako, just like everybody else, was lied to. He had no idea.
Tate and Tristan, they don't do the webcam business anymore because the message is bigger. The Tates got rich by pimping. They didn't have an audience. Now they do, and they're off to better things.
Well, they're still pimping, and Sneako hasn't said a word about it. I understand that Andrew Tate hasn't been found guilty yet, but Sneako isn't even the least bit critical. He sucks his dick at every opportunity, defending him over every small criticism. Andrew Tate gets made fun of for his terrible music.
That's me. Big boss is Mr. Plenty.
It stunk. It was annoying. It was basic as hell.
Yeah, the song sucks ass. It's awful. But watch how Sneako defends his boy.
You know what? I don't think you should be able to fucking make music reviews if you can't make a song yourself. You've never made a song. What the fuck do you know about music?
And then legitimately, the next day, Sneako pearl clutches and cries about Critical's music.
Promoting drugs.
I got my balls, slap my face, ready to go.
Okay, you see the Antichrist on his forehead? Upside down cross? What is that? And this is the reason I started believing in God. When people that look like this start promoting Satanism.
Ready to go, so let's fornicate. Ready to go, so let's fornicate. Ready.
Okay, promoting sin.
Is he real? This guy's such a loser. He's gargling Andrew Tate's balls. Don't make fun of Mr. Tate's music unless you make music. Andrew Tate is the best. Meanwhile, he's crying like a Christian soccer mom over a joke song. I don't get it. Aren't you the edgy joke guy? The fact that you take this shit so literally is embarrassing.
Is it supposed to be funny?
Yes.
Is it supposed to be degenerate?
Yes, that's the joke.
Did he get a call from someone on Epstein's Island to promote Satanism?
This guy wanted to be a comedian, yet joke polices Charlie. Pick a lane, dude. He then gets mad because Charlie says he's buffer than Sneako. So Sneako, being the brave man that he is, wants to fight 5'6" Charlie.
I'm not calling him small. I'm saying he has no muscles. He's probably taller than me. No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hit the gym. Andrew Tate preaches getting a better physique.
You really body watching right now? You're body shaming, but you can't fight, pussy? How are you going body shaming and you scared of a fight? You got nothing to talk about. I'm not watching your fucking clips. Tell that to your chat. Let's pull up. Were you in Tampa? Say that shit to my face. I ain't watching no clips on Twitch on a bot platform. I know you listening to me right now. You in Tampa? Tell that shit to my face. If you really stand on it. If you're a real man, stand on it and tell me to my face.
To the guy, hey, do you still have me unmuted on Rumble, Sneako? To the Rumbler that said I'm built like SpongeBob? Hey, yeah, when he had anchor arms, baby. Look at that.
Aw, is Sneako hurt again? His comedy sucks, by the way.
I just don't get how that's an insult. I always ask girls, what do you mean by football? What does that mean? It means like you look like you don't text back. You look like you play with girls' emotions for sex. Thank you. At least I'm not a nerd anymore.
This isn't a buffet. You don't just get to choose which moves to follow, which ones to go. You gotta stay consistent. You know, I think everybody has these preconceived perceptions and they follow that and they stick to that. You gotta think outside the box, man. You see how uncomfortable the room is now? I'm talking about God and stuff like that. Is that okay? I feel like a lot of you, I don't know, we're just kind of dying, you know? I feel that. I feel the awkwardness. People chatting in the back.
Is the stand-up comedy or a TED Talk?
But think about it, come on, like that lady down south with the pink block, she's probably gonna be homophobic, right? And we always act surprised when they go on TV, they say something and they get fired. Like, what did you think that she thought, this lady down south? Do you think that she was gonna have some progressive beliefs about gender norms and about homophobia? No. Like, if my daughter Sally was trans, I'd be fine with it. That's not how they think. Just like you guys up here think that there's 40 genders.
Let's see what the judges think.
I just don't really, I kind of stopped following the conversation. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at too.
Alright, so I gotta ask how many genders are there? How many genders are there? You should.
Alright, next judge!
Yo, when the judge is funnier than Sneako's comedy routine.
I'll never be cool. Don't get what I want, I'm a noob. I'm way lamer than you, I'll never be cool.
I just want to reiterate how much of a bitch this guy is. He's somebody that will act all tough, but as soon as somebody steps up to the plate, he shifts the goalpost. For instance, he gets a video made on him by Mr. Beard, who didn't want to debate Sneako live. So Sneako, even though he couldn't refute any points, twisted it into being a victory.
This guy is, look at him bottom left, another one of the fucking faggots too afraid to debate.
Turkey Tom then makes a video on Sneako, and Sneako challenged him to a debate. Only this time, Tom accepts the debate. Sneako then ghosted Tom, with his excuse being that he wants to go on a bigger streamer show. Sneako then gets into a fight with Charlie, and Charlie has a bigger audience than him too. So Sneako has to shift the goalpost yet again to where Charlie has to meet him in real life, otherwise it's just another classic Sneako W.
Chat, I'm not reacting to a stream. This guy's pissed me off, and you can tell him this. I want to meet him in person. 17K Rumble W. W's in the chat not only for this guy being a fucking pussy, but also for the fact that I just lapped you on Rumble.
Yeah, man, you get like 20K views a video. It's not impressive. And then finally, when Brandon Buckingham is down to meet Sneako, he's there to box him. They're both similar sizes. Sneako would now rather just sit at home and tell jokes behind his computer.
I'd rather sit at home and yell at a camera, tell jokes than, you know, risk my manhood falling flat for Brandon Buckingham, you know, if I lose the fight.
So now it's suddenly cool to just stay at home and keep it all online. You know what? I'm realizing the people Sneako's down to fight, it's coming off as a bit pussy to me. He's down to fight 2 women.
Me and you, we get in the cage. Who's winning in a fight? Monica, I just want to take your bun in a fist and then slam it down like I'm mashing butter. Your dumb mouth that I want to... that it's something. And I'm learning and I'm growing. I did not mean to say that I would grab her bun and smash her head up and down like I'm mashing butter onto my crotch.
Charlie, who's 5'6".
I can beat the shit out of Penguin Zero. He knows it. You pussy to meet in real life. God damn, I need some W's for that, bro.
D'Angelo Wallace, who's a 5'7" gay man and whose only interaction with Sneako was leaving a mean comment.
You bum, you Lil Tekka Ellen looking at you fucking weirdo. Just another gay nerd with glasses who's probably talks the same way and snitches on people. D'Angelo Wallace, you got me feeling some type of way, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Those glasses, this one little bit. I challenge you. You wanna box me, bro? Let's do a 1v1 boxing match. You say I belong to the streets. Yeah, I belong to the streets. We can rock this out on the streets or we can do it in the ring, bro. Let's box.
And Ethan Klein, who, look at him. Yeah, I feel really tough around these people too, Sneako. It really takes a big man to act the way you do.
You fat lying piece of shit. I would beat the fuck out of you, Ethan Klein. If you said that about me, you lied to my name to my face. Let's get in the ring. Stop talking shit about me and let's box.
Oh yeah, that's a top G attitude right there. Wanting to fight these people? Tough. Wanting to fight somebody your own size who's also training to box? Nah, man, let's just leave it online. Let's leave it to online debate.
If I was any more inbred, I'd be a sandwich.
Sneako's motto is to seek truth through funny.
My motto for the stream is seek truth through funny. I believe in, ultimately, I think my philosophy is comedy, is funny. I think if you follow that, you can never really be derailed.
Yeah, this guy's real deep. It would be a great motto, except he never seeks the truth about anything. He usually just makes shit up and then repeats it as if it's the truth. Honest to God, this guy thinks that working out will get you banned on YouTube.
He's gonna turn into like another Sneako. He's just gonna be banned from everything. He just needs to fucking save himself. It's good that he's working out.
Isn't it funny how they know that working out and becoming better will get you banned?
That's not even what Hassan said. He just says these made up things all the time. Like, when has this happened? Name one time. He can't because it's not true.
Yo, is this person retarded?
Yes, she's retarded. Is that the answer you're looking for? She's retarded?
Yes.
His comedy is funny. I think if you follow that, you can never really be derailed.
Even worse is he is the most painfully unfunny person I've ever had the displeasure of watching. This video took so long to make because he is so boring to watch. His main thing is telling people he's funny, because that's what funny people do, right?
Because what I'm good at is the message. I'm good at speaking to a camera. I can crack some jokes and stuff like that. Ha ha! Woo! Ah! You know what I'm saying? I'm good at entertaining you.
Wow. His best bit is putting an L in front of someone's name when he dislikes them.
Larandon Luckingham, Lasanabi, L3, Ethan Decline.
It's not even a good roast, and he had to steal this from Gideon. You know what? Actually, the joke's good. It's kind of growing on me. Because you'd be Liko. Like when you cried to Brandon because he made fun of your cuck open relationship.
To my surprise, Sneako FaceTimes me literally crying like he had just seen the worst shit in his life. He's got tears rolling down his face because I said some stuff about his girlfriend and said I'd knock him out. Like, what? You're crying? Are you serious?
Even when he's winning, he'd be Rico. But what if somebody's stupid? Like really stupid? They'd be Sneako.
Yo, is this person retarded?
Leafy, leave Rico alone.
La da da, a toast to the bad guy. With bad bitches, the bad times will pass by.
I like Sneako because he really is just looking out for guys like me. Being online, there's a lot of false or at the very least exaggerated sexual assault allegations, and Rico is very passionate about the subject.
Real talk, chat. That they, them, blue hair, whatever the fuck, feminist should go to jail. You should go to jail for lying about that. It should be, I don't even know about is it a felony to lie about a felony? She should spend the night in jail, but she won't because she's a woman.
I agree. Every year online, we see false allegations that do real harm to people's careers, and the accusers face zero repercussions. And it ultimately makes it harder for the real victims to come forward. But what if I told you Sneako has accused his critics of doing those exact same things simply because he doesn't like them?
Oh, you know who's an L-mans? Brandon Buckingham.
Oh, yeah.
That guy sucks. I'm gonna, bro, literally said, I'm gonna R-word your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Literally said that. This dude said he is going to R-word my girlfriend. Bro, nothing warrants saying I'm gonna R-word your girlfriend. That's some school shooter vibes, bro. Literally, word for word. I'm going to R-word your girlfriend on his fucking public Instagram story.
Brandon never said that. In fact, he didn't even allude to it.
Saying you're gonna R-word my girlfriend?
He said that?
Yes. Yes.
No. Brandon Buckingham got in a pissing match with Sneako in DMs, so Brandon said he was going to run a train on his girl because Sneako was in an open relationship at the time.
Saying that you lied and said that he said he wanted to R-word your girlfriend.
He said he wanted to pull up and run a train on my girl. He said me and the whole gang are gonna run a train on your girl.
Okay, but you said that he said he R-worded her. That's two different things.
The silence, bro.
Yeah, pulling up with the gang and saying you're gonna run a train on my girl who obviously is not attracted to him. That's the R word, bro.
Bro, but you can't just throw the R word out like that. Like, bro, that's like false accusations.
Okay, so what does that mean? Like, me and the gang are gonna pull up and run a train on your girl. What is that?
But that's like me saying, like, bro, if you keep on talking shit, I'm gonna fuck your bitch. That doesn't mean like I'm actually gonna do it. It's just talking shit.
Okay, talking shit by threatening R word.
That's not the same as R word, and like I'm not gonna agree with that.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
Dude is literally admitting to falsely accusing Brandon.
For all the guys who were falsely accused of shit they didn't do by bitches who were lying like you, go to jail right now. Feel bad. I know you won't. I know you're watching this too, bro. It's nice having like a little bit of clout now because they all watch this. You should be ashamed of yourself. Think about all the women who actually got SA'd. And now the next time that's going to happen, the next time the cops show up, maybe they're going to give them a hard time.
It wouldn't be consensual. Like, she doesn't want that. And he lied and said, like, my girl, she was giving me the eyes at dinner and stuff like that. I'm going to pull up and, like, gangbang with it, run a train on her. And he was threatening me with that. Like, maybe it wasn't R word, but he was threatening me with that. And it's like, my girl would not be down to do that.
This was the same girl that was cucking him, banging other dudes right in front of him. She would take him to sex parties and he would sit there crisscross applesauce as some dude pounds his girl on the same bed.
So we go in there with the mentality that whatever happens inside that party, it just stays at the party. Like, yeah. And so I saw her, I've seen her fuck other men. I wanted to break this down, like, because this was, imagine seeing the girl you love, like, get fucked. You love her? Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I love her. I was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, no, let me not say that. I love my wifey, my queen.
And you allowed the love of your life to get fucked by another man. What? So can she enjoy it? Like, what if she's enjoying it too much?
That's the thing. It's like she's moaning pretty loud. Like, I don't know, like how much you. I didn't expect you to be
moaning loud.
Huh?
She was moaning loud.
So all right, so we went on two different. Okay, hold on. We went on two different occasions. The first time,
crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that.
But then he went back and watched it happen again.
It should be fair that she can take other dick if I'm fucking other pussy. Like,
equality.
That's balance. So if it's gonna happen, I might as well see it, supervise it, make sure everything's okay.
Wait, what? No, you didn't have to jump to that conclusion.
Well, I don't. It's worse. Right now. It's worse if it happens behind my back. Like, I don't want it.
It's not. But y'all are both knowing that it's happening.
So it's never behind your back anymore. You just gotta know.
I gotta see
It
it.
don't need to be literally in front of you.
It was literally like this far away from me.
Can you? What?
So
Twice, yeah.
Hold on.
Twice.
Wait, how
2
close
times.
was it?
We're on the same bed.
Were you fucking his girl?
I was not fucking with her.
So you just sat there Indian style with your feet crossed.
So you're telling me Sneako's girl, who bangs other guys all the time as Sneako watches, wouldn't hook up with Brandon?
And when I was out at dinner with Sneako and his girlfriend in New York, she was flirting with everyone very hard, making it entirely apparent she was fair game and was seemingly down to hook up, but none of us reciprocated this behavior.
Okay, maybe not, but it wouldn't be consensual. Like, she doesn't want that. And he lied and said, like, she was giving me the eyes at dinner and stuff like that.
And she grabbed it. She's like, I want you to fuck me. I was like, whoa.
What?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Brandon on this one. I think that's something she'd do. Sneako is a cuck, but did you know he's also mentally cucked as well? We've already seen how Sneako will take brain-dead stances, such as Hitler is not a Nazi, and that seatbelts will make you more unsafe. He does this because he's not his own man. He has to pander to the red pill. Well, this extends into his relationship with Nick Fuentes. Nick is a far-right political voice, and also, according to Sneako, his friend.
Hey, what's up? This is my new friend, Nick Fuentes.
Throughout the stream, Nick would defend his extreme views, stuff that literally goes against Sneako's existence.
How do you feel about interracial marriages?
I'm against it.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
What about you, DeGion? Do you believe in mixed love?
Mixed love, man. Love is love, bro. I love my snow bunnies. I
Hey,
love my
really?
Latino.
Judea.
Love my Asian girls. Nick Fuentes, man.
I gotta ask, Nick. How do you feel when you see a black guy just getting with the snow bunnies? Like, is that something that like rustles your jimmies?
She's gonna get BBC'd, Nick. Your white girl's gonna get BBC'd.
The problem is all these white girls always end up getting their ass kicked and left behind. That's what typically happens.
What are you talking about? Wait, get an ass kicked by who?
What?
Are you ass kicked by who?
My black boyfriend.
Oh, okay. So you trying to say we out here beating these white women? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, that is something that happens. Maybe not you guys. You guys.
Nico, this is your friend! Here's the thing, Nick says stuff that is funny, but it's not jokes. He really does mean it.
I covered a story about this on my show a couple weeks ago, but that's not the only thing. Here's the thing. I'm halfway kidding about that. The thing is, and I was explaining this to Sneako, is what?
Halfway.
Halfway, here you go. So I said, yeah, like I'm against race mixing. Like I said to you guys right now. I said, yeah, I don't approve of that.
Nick Fuentes has been hanging out with Kanye a lot, and Sneako agrees with Ye about everything. So it's not rare for them to be fueling Jewish conspiracies.
And organized crime around the world. That's how they're able to funnel money from the US government to like organized crime, to the cartels, to all kinds of shady things, terrorism that goes on in the world. That's a huge part of the problem globally is shadow banking.
And who's behind it?
Well, we talked about it, Sneako. A lot of Jews. I know how you guys feel about that, but it's true.
He thinks black people on average are biologically dumber than everyone else.
I told Sneako this, we call this race realism, okay, which is to say that race is real. Like it's not fake, it's not skin deep, race is real. There are different races and there's meaningful differences. And one of the things is that on average, the races have different IQs. And so on average, Asians have the highest IQ, and on average, blacks have the lowest IQ. And that's why I told Sneako. And no, that's average, okay? I'm not saying black people are dumb. I'm not saying that.
Kinda.
I'm saying that when you
You're
average it out.
You're kind of saying that.
I'm not. I'm saying on average. Well, I'm saying on average. On average, there's differences between the IQs. So I believe there are black geniuses like Kanye West. I think he's a black genius. But there's fewer black geniuses than there are Asian geniuses, as an example.
It's not about the color of your skin or your race. It's about your morality. It's about your decision making. What's right, what's wrong, how do you treat other people? Isn't that what it all comes down to?
Well, I mean, you could say that, but the thing is that, you know, human beings have a tendency to fight with each other. And you can say that, we could say that sitting down here, but what happens when, what would happen if you and I were living in the same house? That's the kind of concept. When you and I are on a Discord call and we're sort of strangers and we're talking about ideas, that's great. But what if we're living in the same house and there's a fight over, you know, who gets to shower when and who gets this seat on the couch and who? These are the kinds of things that happen in a dense.
Wait, do you think you'd fight with him because he's black over that?
I wouldn't fight about stuff like that. And
hold. I want to hear the answer to Destiny's question.
Well, yeah. Would you fight more with a black person over who gets to use the shower?
Yes. And here's why. Because
What do
here's
people
the thing.
side with in prison? White people stick with the white people, black people stick with black people, and they're obviously going to fight a white person, a black person going to fight with a white person, and a white person going to fight with a black person over the shower.
Hold on. Why are we talking about prison?
Because prison is where people gang up. That's when we don't have like Discord, and that's where people act in their natural state. People are very likely to.
Prison is literally the least natural place you can be. You're literally locked in there with more rules than any other part of society.
Fighting for your survival.
You do think black and white people being together is degenerate. You do think that Jews secretly run the world. You do think that they're like race realism is like a foundational belief of your structure.
And he actually believes that Sneako's existence is a product of this degeneracy.
Because you're right, I am a race realist and I do believe these kinds of things.
Yet at the end of the call, this is what Sneako has to say about someone who thinks he shouldn't even exist.
What is your opinion? Nick and I have a very similar worldview. Nick believes a lot of what's going on behind the scenes. Like, Nick really, if I listen to this whole call, I don't think he said anything that makes you want to cancel him. I think he's a good guy. He's saying, hey, I love everybody. Is he really being that exclusionary?
Yo, that's crazy. Sneako, I'm not even going to lie. If he had his way and he had, first off, you wouldn't even exist because you're the basis of an interracial marriage. So whatever kind of prescriptive ideas that he's got for the world, you are literally an individual that wouldn't exist in it.
Mentally cucked.
Live in a constant state of fear and misery. Do you miss me anymore?
Sneako is actually a really sad case, because even though we'll brag about his financial success and how much more popular he is,
I have made more money in the past 2 months than I made in the past 3 years. I'm doing well. And I got there last year by going from broke to a millionaire in 2022. Biggest year of my life, craziest year of my life, cancellation, all that. Started with 1 million subscribers, ended with no YouTube channel but $1 million.
He's actually lost a lot. His views have dropped dramatically, often not even hitting 10K. He talks about the red pill and bots so much, his family doesn't even invite him over for Christmas anymore.
Like, this was the first Christmas I didn't go home because of my association with Ye. Because Ye was talking about, they called him anti-Semitic, they lied about him. And so my association with the people that you want to have on a panel like Nick Fuentes and Ye that pushed me away, they're like, we don't want you to talk about this.
All he's got to do is act like a normal person while home for the holidays, and he can't. He's got to talk about how they're vaccinated and they voted for Biden.
Wait, so like your mom?
My family, just like my whole family.
Really, your whole family?
Yeah. All vaccinated, all Biden voters, all Ukraine, you know.
Stop it. Can you red pill some of them?
I think we all have at least one family member that doesn't know how to shut up and act normal while home for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Well, Sneako is that guy.
I still love them, of course, and I'm sure they still love me, but the reason is like they just wouldn't be able to handle a conversation at the dinner table because, you know, woke people don't know how to have discourse. They don't know how to disagree healthily. They get so emotionally involved and they want to live in their delusion. They want to be like the facker who's saying, I'm perfect the way I am.
Ah, there it is. You know what? There's something poetic about Sneako. By embracing the red pill and eating that taint, Sneako was able to become rich.
My life has started to change for the better. I've made more money in the last 2 months than I made in the past 2 years.
But in return, he's lost his YouTube channel, his girlfriend cucked him, and now he's spending the holidays alone.
A good community around me. I've been saying in my chat, that's why my Rumble stream is doing so well. Like my chat's my family. Like that's what I look forward to every single night. It's New Year's Eve and I'm just excited to get on the stream, see all the same like usernames that I see. I talk to them all the time. So that's the family right now. That's who I spend the most time with.
Bruh, this is sad. All the money in the world living in Miami and his chat is all he's got. The dude's literally the Scrooge.
In this lonely, painful life.
I actually want to end this video by finding some common ground with Sneako, because he has said one thing that I agree with.
The alpha male. I know I'm not. I've never fucking once called myself that.
One other thing I want to bring up is Sneako's list. It's just a bunch of people that have bullied him in the past.
Hey, look at the soy boy collage. We added 2 to the top. Did you guys see there's another hippies video on me from another soy boy?
Imagine getting bullied by this guy. Well, I want to introduce my cuck boy list. Sneako is the only guy I know that wants 5 wives but can't seem to get one.
That's insecurity. I'm deeply afraid of somebody calling me a pussy.
You're a pussy. There, I helped you overcome your fear. Shout out to the bots over on Patreon. Phoebes, Crimson Glass, Zombie Fox, Riveter, Christina Vina, Detective Pika, Mac Monkey, Drain Kobex, Bo Blacks, Necro Valley, Stefan Bildman, Abby Blackbird, The Confusing Opinion, Matt Swanson, Eddie Brizzle, and the Soy Boys, Reynolds Hughes, Hellison, IGP, Jason Johnson, Your Taxi, Latchkey Goth Boy, Free Spirit Katie, Lore Reloaded, Papa Gut, Evan Do Things, and Addy Chris. Thanks for watching, follow me on Twitter, and until next time.
Hello, hi, I'm a 2019 guy. I think science is a lie. I am offended online. I'm fragile and shy. I don't really go outside. I don't have friends, that's why I am offended all the time.